So recently, I've heard the news that JoJo Pitter Patter Pop is shutting down, and I was kind of surprised to hear that, but at the same time, not really, because like if you were a player of Pitter Patter Pop, you could tell the writing was on the wall, right? That it was going to shut down for like the past, I would say, 6 months, like really up to the second anniversary. Like no, not up to the second anniversary. I meant like since the second anniversary ended, I could tell the game was just going downhill, and I just left since then. So. Excuse me, but I just want to talk about what I think was the reason why Pitter Patter Pop. Sorry, excuse me again, but why I think Pitter Patter Pop like is shutting down, because the writing was on the wall why it was gonna shut down, and that's why I left, and also just because the game was in a really bad state at the time, and I was just not having fun with it. And the thing is, right, I have not kept up with the game since then, since the second anniversary I left, right, but. I think there may be some people who say something along the lines of like, well, the game has gotten a lot better since then, and you know, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if the game has gotten better since then, but even if it has, like, I think there's eventually a point where if you fuck up, like, there's no turning back, right? Like when you fuck up like really badly, like I think the devs fucked up the game like for a long time, and I'm not sure if they did fix it, but if they did, then it was like too little, too late, right? You understand what I'm trying to say? So yeah, so let's just start off with what I think was one of the good things about the game, and that was just like it was very simplistic but also really fun, right? Like I think the first few days I was playing it, because I wasn't a hardcore player, right? I just played the game pretty casually on and off, but the gameplay was pretty fun. It's just like matching, right? It's kind of like Dokkan, kind of, not really. It's like a puzzle game but with anime characters, and I think the art style was pretty cute, which is what everyone liked about the game, I'm pretty sure. But that basically goes about it for like what I find fun about the game, because outside of that you will find way more things to dislike about the game than like actually like. So let's just start off with, I think probably the most important part of why Pitter Patter Pop shut down, right? I'll just cut straight to the chase. So the reason why it shut down is because simply it wasn't making enough money, right? Like mobile games will go on for as long as they can make money. As soon as there's like a sign where it's no longer profitable, the devs are gonna just stop like working on the game, right? And the reason why I think Pitter Patter Pop stopped being profitable was because why would anyone spend money on this game? Like I don't know how the summoning system has improved since I quit, but let me tell you, it is easily one of the worst like summoning systems in any Gacha game, because I'm pretty sure there's no pity, right? The summon rates typically are not bad, I think. Oh no, when 1%, there's like some banners that where the new unit has a 1% rate, right? Those rates are fine. But on step up banners, I'm pretty sure they cut the rate like in half or something, which is really dumb. And those step ups typically, like I know the step ups, like on paper they seem like good deals, right? Like there's some discounted multis, some GR guaranteed multis. I'm pretty sure I think there's one of them is like double rates or something. And I'm pretty sure the last step was always a guaranteed like one of the feature units, I guess. But the problem was how they handled the step up. Like first of all, why would you just cut the unit's rate in half? That makes no sense. I've never seen a Gacha game do that before with step ups, where they just cut the units rate in half for no reason. And it's like a new unit, right? Like for LFs and Legends, like yeah, their rates are half of what a normal units are, but the normal unit is still 1%, right? Well here, like they could release 2 limited characters on one step up, and they would both be half, which is I find kind of dumb. And second of all, these steps are not that good. Like the guaranteed GR step is pretty trash in my opinion, because it's almost always, for me, just some random old GR that will no longer benefit you in this meta. Because there's only like when I stopped playing, right, there was only like a handful of valuable GRs you could actually use, and like a handful of other units you could use. Because I'm not sure how open the meta has gone since then, but back then there's like 2 or 3 teams you could use, and if you didn't use those teams, have fun getting high scores and score attack, right? What else was there to say? Oh yeah, I hate the last step, because you would think guaranteed feature unit at the end would mean like, you know, that's really good, right? Because that means you can easily get the new unit that way. And sure, but what they did, what I'm pretty sure was like they would fill up that last slot with like random featured GRs. So it on paper it seemed good, but in reality, like you had a 25% chance of actually pulling the new unit, and if you didn't, then you'll probably still just be some old trash GR. And also, like, why would you spend money on this game? Because like I remember that usually the new units that dropped, only a handful of them throughout the year were actually like meta relevant for a while, right? Like there's some characters who are relevant for maybe one score attack, but then quickly like fell off. And I remember like this game was probably the easiest game for me to skip a banner because on Dokkan, right? Because Dokkan is my main gacha at the moment. I find it really hard sometimes to like stop myself from summoning. But in Pitter Patter Pop, it was such a breeze just because I would see how like bad the new unit would be. I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm not summoning for that. And like, sure, you could summon for characters that you like, right? Because I mean, if you want to do that, that's cool with me. If you don't care that the unit is not meta, that's fine. But that goes on to like the next point I have, which is like lack of content. Like the only content I remember us having, so there was 3 types of content, right? I'm not sure if the game has gotten more since then, but there was the event cards, just like this. I forgot. It's like similar to Dokkan Battlefield. I forgot what it was like, but it was a mode where if you use your character, like your characters once, you can't use them again. Then you have to use different characters, right? Does that make sense? I'm not sure what the mode is called again. I forgot. But that mode was kind of just like whatever. Like I think it was like once a month or something. So you just did that and then you're done with it for the month. So it was not really noteworthy. Event cards just get really old fast. They're not challenging at all. The rewards I found to be not that rewarding. Like they were like all right. And then Score Attack was actually quite fun. But that's basically it, right? Score Attack I'm pretty sure was like a bi-weekly thing or monthly thing. I forgot which one it was. But when there's only one type of content that's actually like having like worth doing, then the game gets really stale fast. And you could argue that it's a casual game, but like Dokkan's a casual game too, right? But I don't find myself getting bored. Actually, that is kind of like opinionated, right? Because I know there's some people who get bored with Dokkan, but I don't. But with Pitter Patter Pop, like how it's really hard for me to have fun when there's really only one type of event to do. In Dokkan, there's several events. Like I could go do the GTLGE. I could go do Super Battle Road. I could do, well actually I don't know, that's kind of basically it. But those events I could actually see myself doing multiple times without getting bored. Score Attack is like fun for like a day, and after that it gets really old. And also Score Attack was, I don't know how to say this, but like it's really hard for you to get high ranking in like the leaderboards if you didn't pull a new unit typically, right? Or didn't have the meta team. Like if you had like a team that wasn't meta, good luck. Have fun with that. And also the rewards for Score Attack, right? Okay, so my opinion on Score Attack so far has been pretty like subjective, right? Is that the word? I'm pretty sure that's the word. It's pretty subjective because I know some people find Score Attack, you know, fun because they like the team building aspect of it. But I think this is something everyone could agree on. The rewards for Score Attack back then sucked ass, right? Like I'm pretty sure the rainbow chests, like those are horrible, dude. Like could you imagine getting high ranking in Score Attack just to get silver furniture tokens from the rainbow chest? Like that's horrible. Like you spent all that time trying to get high rank just for basically nothing. And like that, the thing is, chess was like one of the few reliable sources of diamonds. Oh yeah, that's one of the other things I wanted to talk about. So let's move on to that. Diamonds, trying to get them in this game was such a fucking pain. It actually drives my head up a fucking wall just thinking about it. Like let me just discuss what I mean by that. So if you're a new beginner, you can find and get diamonds fairly easily, right? But if you're a veteran, good luck trying to consistently farm diamonds. And the thing is, this game loves to shove banners every like 2 seconds. So there's no consistent way to get diamonds, and they love releasing banners all the time. So that's just like, how are you supposed to summon for anything? And the thing is, they barely push out diamonds. So I'm pretty sure even for like if you grinded every like event for the whole month, that was like barely enough to get you a multi. Like that's ridiculous. I'm pretty sure in a game like Dokkan, you could probably get 2 multis a month. And in Dragon Ball Legends actually does pretty good like for the currency, even though I don't like how their banner setup is, but you can get like 5,000 to like 10,000 Chrono Crystals a month. Like that's fairly good in my opinion. So yeah, trying to get diamonds in this game horrible. And also like one of the other currencies in the game was coins, and even getting coins, like a lot of coins, could be difficult at times. Like it wasn't that hard, but I found it like it could be difficult. Another thing I have to like talk about is, well, I think I kind of already talked about this, but like I said, no end game content. But I think that's really about it. I think I was about to say something else, but I think that's really about it for why Pitter Patter Pop failed. Like it didn't do anything innovative, right? Because it was kind of like this way for about a year. Since like I played it, not about a year, because I didn't play for a year. I played maybe for like 6 months. I started within like, so when Voiced Risotto first dropped, right? All the way up until the second anniversary. That's how long I played, and I could tell you right now that during that entire experience, the game barely changed. Like, barely anything was added. Oh yeah, now I remember what I was gonna talk about. That stupid awakening system. Okay, so we got this stupid awakening sticker system thing, and it sucked ass. So basically what you do is you would need to pull the unit multiple times, right? And it would increase their level and also give them like a small buff or like a passive or whatever with the sticker. So you have to, and remember, we already like established that getting diamonds in this game is hard, and the summon rates are actually not that special either. So having to pull the unit multiple times is a challenge, and the reward for it is typically nothing too much drastic. I know there are some units that get a big buff from it, but another thing I have to complain about is that typically new units got EX stickers, which is ridiculous. Like that's like if Dokkan released a unit on banners that had an EZA right away. I mean, I know they kind of did that with AGL Broly, but like, imagine if LRMUI Goku released and he had an EZA right away. Like, that would be ridiculous, right? And oh yeah, not just an EZA, but you would have to pull multiple. Like, you know how in EZA you just do the event and then you can EZA them, right? Yeah, instead here in Pitter Patter Pop, you have to pull the units multiple times. So not only do you have to pull UI Goku multiple times for his dupe pass, but now you have to pull him multiple times to EZA him. Like, that's ridiculous. It's kind of like Zenkai actually. It's more closer to Zenkai than it is Awakening, except not Awakening. It's closer to Zenkai than it is EZA's, but the thing is, Zenkai's typically most of them are very, very good, and here typically most of the Awakening stickers are very, very ass, right? But also because the devs didn't even really seem to be trying. Like, I think they released a new pass system. It was kind of like a battle pass. You know what I'm talking about, right? Where you log in every day, and it's like a system you pay for, and you log in every day, and then you get special goodies, right? Well, I'm pretty sure just like a couple months ago or something, they removed that pass system, and I heard the news about that, and I was like, oh yeah, this game is totally gonna shut down. And surprise, surprise, the game did shut down. But it's unfortunate, you know, the game shut down. It's the last JoJo mobile game, I'm pretty sure. I think there's a new one coming soon, but dude, JoJo mobile games, outside of like, what was it, starter shooters, they typically have a bad track record when it comes to like staying longer than like 2 years. Oh yeah, but now actually, I keep thinking on the fly of other like things to talk about. Another reason why JoJo didn't do too well was because there's no global version to like go along with the JP version, which in turn means a lot less money for the devs, right? And I know why they can't do a global version, because the whole like copyright issues they have with like the characters being named after songs and stuff like that, right? I think that's why they can't do a global version, but it does hurt them. Like, that's one of the reasons why I think Buchigiri, you know, Buchigiri Match, that Dragon Ball Gacha game, that's why it shut down. It didn't have a global companion to go with it, so it shut down way prematurely compared to Legends and Dokkan, which do have global versions. And I think now that's really about it. Let me know what you thought about the game. I personally had a fun time for a while I played the game, but then it got to a point where it was just very boring for me, and I just quit just because I felt like I would be better off without it. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed this discussion.